please welcome him to the stage.
Hello, everybody. My name is, just in case this goes terribly tonight, my name is Kyle Roth. Ignore what you just said. Yes. So, a little nervous, not because this is my first time up here, but because I'm doing this in an Indiana college town. And I grew up in an Indiana college town. I grew up in South Bend, which is right by Notre Dame. I've seen comedians come and go through there, and they always do terribly. Not because the jokes are bad, but because in an Indiana college town, the people are so aware of the words cancel and culture, so they won't laugh at any edgy jokes. That's cool, but we're also in Indiana, so like you can't make a joke clever enough that's over a 10th grade reading level. It's pretty bad. It's not a good call. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. I'm non-binary, right? Which means that I'm not a man or a woman, which confuses people, right? Because, you know, you look at me and you think, man? Like feminine man, but definitely, you know, man, right? Yeah, but then you get to know me a little longer and you're like, these mannerisms, they were all taken from the movie The Princess and the Frog, right? Like, you know the beginning of that movie when Tiana's serving the beignets, which are like, you look at them and you're like, oh, those look good. They're like powdered donuts, and you actually try them and they're just fucking powdered donuts. They don't taste that good. I know, but she's serving them to a sailor, right? And she looks at him and he salutes her. And she goes back and she gets this little, like this little cute moment. And it's great. I love it. If you know the moment, it's beautiful. I've taken that since I watched it, and every time I say goodbye to somebody, I give them a little. So I look like a man, but you see that and you're like, something's off here. Like I watched football, but I'm also a theater major. I mean, there's even another moment in that movie. We've all seen this movie, yes? Am I not? Okay. Spoiler alert for Princess and the Frog 2009, if you haven't fucking seen it. But the bad guy in the movie, his name is Dr. Facilier, and he kills the firefly, the redneck firefly, Ray. You either love or you fucking hate. You were either celebrating or crying when he died. But he just steps on him, right? However, when he steps on him, he puts like his chest into it. He's like, and you're like, okay, that was unnecessary, but cool. And then, you know, right afterwards, this always sticks in my brain. He rubs his nose, he pops his collar, and he looks around to make sure nobody's looking for him. He just killed a firefly, like the feds aren't after him. It's 1920, they might be after him, but you know, ever since I saw that moment, like whenever I get nervous, whenever I'm like, oh shit, I did something kind of embarrassing, I always do this. So like I tripped and I'm looking around and I'm doing that. Like I walked through an aisle at a concert, I'm doing that. I shit my pants, I'm like, you know, whatever. It's not great, whatever. So yeah, I'm non-binary, right? I listen to hip hop, which is not like necessarily male or female, but people keep on trying to make it just a male thing, whatever. My problem with talking about hip-hop is obviously I'm white, which doesn't mean I can't talk about it, but it does mean, like my favorite rappers, I don't want to talk about them because it makes them, you know, go down the chart. Like Kendrick Lamar just disses J. Cole and Drake, and I'm over here like, Kendrick's the GOAT! Like that's not going to help his status at all. It's not looking good for Kendrick. I'm not binary. So it was tough in high school, right, being non-binary, mainly because I didn't know that I was yet, right? I just thought this is how guys acted when they were in theater. And then I met Quentin Rogers, and I was like, no, it might be me. Quentin Rogers, wonderful, wonderful, beautiful thing. So one time in high school, I remember this girl came up to me. She walked up to me, and this girl goes to Ball State, so we're going to leave her name anonymous. We're going to call her, I don't even fucking know, Kevin Keating. So this girl walks up to me, Kevin Keating walks up to me, and she's like, Braden! Loud, and I turn around and I'm like, yes, Kevin. You know, let's get it in short. Love it. She goes to me, she says, are you gay? And like, what happened to hello, right? Like, what happened to a good old, like, handshake or something? So I threw her off her guard, and I was like, for you, baby girl, I would be. And she left immediately. So one trick I do, you know, because they have gender-neutral restrooms now, it's a cool thing. I don't use them. I use the male restrooms still. And people are like, why? That shit's disgusting. And you're right. This is why. Because now I know who's washing their hands and who's not. And let me tell you what, especially at BeHereNow, like, friends, look at somebody you're sure is a man in this room. 90% chance they did not wash their hands. Be careful.
You got me.
It's not a great... Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was good. I'm almost at time. Yeah, I'm probably at.
You got a couple.
Okay, cool. So yeah, y'all, let me re-jog. Tommy doesn't wash his hands. Tommy doesn't wash his hands. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so when I say that joke around people, like I've seen guys actually like puff up their chest and like get defensive, and I know they're the ones not washing their hands. But like I'm not really scared of them. It's not really a scary thing because I'm an 01 baby. I'm not scared of shit. I'm not scared of shit. I was 01 babies are so obnoxious, especially in Indiana. They like to pretend they were there when the towns came down. It's obnoxious. But there is something to be said about like the amount of bad luck you have to have, right? I was born and 9/11 happened. I graduated high school, coronavirus. I'm graduating college, watch the fuck out. So I'm looking at caskets. I'm diving into a little expensive, but I might get cremated. Yeah, folks. I'm gonna say that's my time for tonight. Thank you so much.
Yes. Braden Allison, everybody. Woo! All right, and we will be back with Patrick O'Neill very, very soon.
Yay! GG. That's one thing I learned. Princess and the Frog was made in 2009.
Now you learned it.